are you about getting rid of things? Do you have massive clear outs and get rid of stuff, or do you kind of like hold on to things for dear life, like I'm never going to let that go? When I moved here, well, first of all, when I got divorced, I had to get rid of so much stuff. Luckily, my ex-husband was quite a hoarder, so he was happy to take most of it. I just took what I really, 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 really loved and really cherished and really sort of coveted. It was sentimental. And then when I moved into Mum's house, I had to do a huge clear out of all of her stuff. And I can remember Mum saying to me when she was in the hospice, you know, Lisa, you're just going to have to get rid of so much of your stuff because it's just not going to fit into my house. I've already got loads of stuff. And I said to her, Mum, don't worry, it's okay. I'll sort it out. You don't have to worry about that. We'll get there. I'll sort it all out. The children will help me. And obviously, sadly, in the end, I just went through most of her things, and we gave a lot of stuff to charity and to friends and family. The children took all sorts of bits and pieces as well, setting up home and things like that. It's quite sad when you think that you build up your life and then you just end up in circumstances beyond your control, like divorce, death, what have you. Well, maybe not always beyond your control, but certainly for most people. And you end up sort of just getting rid of stuff, things which once meant something on your travels or whatever it is, and boom, off it goes to the charity shop, or you give it away, or you sell it. And I think that I'm all for that. I'm all for sort of upcycling, charity shops, selling stuff vintage, buying stuff secondhand, going to car boot sales, yard sales. I've said that before. I absolutely love it, and so do my kids. It's great, and it's great fun. So I held on to one of my mother's things, which was a chair. And it was the most uncomfortable chair in the entire universe. Uncomfortable because it had no support for your back, even though it looked like a lovely sort of armchair, but there was no support for your back. When you sat down, you sort of went, "Oh, where am I going?" Because there was nowhere to hold you up. And it was a very nice chair. It was a new chair. And every time my mother moved house, which was probably like once every 15 or 20 years, so quite a long time, she would kind of reinvent herself and just get rid of all of her old things and end up buying a whole load of new stuff. And this was a new chair, and she must have probably bought it during the pandemic, I would imagine. Anyway, it's clearly a chair that nobody had sat in because it's absolutely immaculate. And I thought, well, it's such a waste to get rid of this chair. So I kept hold of it. And every time someone came to my house, whether it was friends, family, whoever, they'd sit in the chair and they'd go, "Oh," and they'd get up and they'd move to the sofa, or they'd move somewhere else. And I know exactly why, because it was the most uncomfortable chair in the entire history of the universe. Even though it looked like it shouldn't be. It was lovely velvet, smooth, soft, and it looked like it should be super comfy, but it really wasn't. So I was just kind of woke up in the middle of the night one night, and I was just kind of scrolling through Instagram, and I came across a lovely classic armchair. And I know the maker, and I know I've sort of coveted it all my life, and I know their designs are gorgeous. And it's secondhand, and it was going for a very good price, and it came with a footstool. So I thought, now that is more like it. So what was I going to do with this chair? Was I going to keep on to a hold of it just because it was a new chair and no one had sat in it, and maybe I could keep it for the dog? No, that'd be a complete waste. Put it in my bedroom? No, I didn't like the look of it enough to put it in my bedroom. I didn't want that chair. So I just put out on a WhatsApp group of people that I know in the area, I just put it out yesterday, would anybody like this chair? And this lovely woman has just come and picked up the chair, and she's absolutely delighted with it. She didn't sit in it. She looked at it, but she didn't sit in it. She took it and she's gone, and she's super, super happy. And that is fantastic. So I kept saying to her, it would make a very good bedroom chair, because I didn't think it would be a good idea for her to put it in her living room, because no one was going to be comfortable sitting on it. So I really hope that when she gets home and she has the chair, she enjoys the chair, she loves the chair, she uses the chair, and she makes good use of it, and makes it into something that she kind of covets and that she enjoys. She's getting divorced, and she's moving into, at some point, she's going to be moving into her own place, and she's obviously starting to sort of collect things and find things that she likes. So she's got a bit of an eye, because it is quite an attractive thing, this chair. So I do hope she loves it, and I do hope she gets good use out of it, because it wasn't getting any use here. And, why hold on to something like that? It's better, isn't it, just to let it go? Let it go to a good home, let it go to be used and to be cherished and to be enjoyed. And I'm looking forward to my chair that somebody's just got rid of, somebody's sold, or somebody doesn't want anymore. And I'm looking forward to giving that a second life as well. Isn't it funny how these things go round and round? And perhaps that's the kind of circle of things going forward. People are going to be much more conscious about getting second-hand things, buying second-hand things. I donated the chair. I didn't want any money for the chair. I kind of felt that actually I didn't pay for the chair, and I'm quite fine with that, doing a good turn. I think that's a lovely thing to do. I'm just pleased that it's going to a good home, and I'm really looking forward to my chair coming. So anyway, that's another exciting thing that hopefully is going to be happening when the dog comes. Something for the dog to probably end up sleeping on. He'll probably find the most comfortable place to sleep in the house, I'm sure. Anyway, that's enough of that. Isn't it just a gorgeous, gorgeous evening? How lovely is this? Oh, I'm going to have to get the hose out, I think, and give my plants a bit of a water. I planted a load of herbs over there last week, and whilst they got a drench for the first couple of days, I think now they're probably getting a bit thirsty, so I better do that and just walk around the lawn, giving that a bit of a soak as well, because it's not rained and I've got lawn seed, grass seed on there, so hopefully it's going to be all right. Anyway, lots and lots of love, and so if you've got things that you don't want anymore, why not donate them to somebody, or give them away, or sell them and make way for something else that you can rescue? That's what I say. Lots of love. Bye bye.